That looks more live. Man, no, this white balance is bonkers. That make this white. This is your match color. Oh well, I tried. I'm gonna go see if this is actually properly doing its thing. I can't tap focus for some reason. Oh no, wait, there's people in here. It must be doing its thing. Okay, I'm gonna go and disseminate information, as one does when one is YouTube streaming! When you sit alone in your apartment and shriek a lot at your phone. Live streaming. I would tweet it on my phone, except that when I go to actually tweet on the phone, the stream freezes, and thus everything is, what do you call it? Awkward. Alright, stream status, bad. Excellent. Where's the link? Info and settings. Right? No, view on watch page. We're figuring it. Oh man, I could hear myself for a second. That was creepy. Ball shred Shtream. I guess I should say is live. Is live. Tweet! Let's go make sure that goes to the right place. Yeah, it looks like it's going to the right place. Excellent. Next, I will pop out in my chat here. So, in a new tab, huh? That's an interesting... No! Alright, well... We're figuring it out. Where is the chat in here? You liar. You scum. You're... Oh, wait. Super chat open a new window. I just want to open normal chat! I don't even need to see top chat. I just want to see all chat. You traitor. Alright, that's better. That's better. Hello, Gustavo Borealis. I can see this already. Alright. I want to blow up the dimensions of this window so as I can see them from over where I'm filming. Oh, wait, but I can't do that. No! That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, here we go. I have to do it in a different window. That makes sense. That doesn't make sense. That's running it. Yeah, 170. Then I can see it from across the room. I see you there, Mikey. I see you sneezing. Alright, PokePoxter. The McFarlane Fortnite figures are astonishingly good. I'm actually kind of mad. And apparently the Jazzwares ones are also that good, but in Canada only, their retail price has been ballooned up way higher than the American retail price. Alright. The main thing I'm doing... Oh, yeah. The vibration. That's the fan. Alright, I guess I gotta turn that off. This is gonna suck in a bit. I remember that from last time. It's not so much I don't know how to use chat, it's that usually I do this stuff all on one system. This is the second time I've streamed off a phone with a computer over yonder. Yeah, it should have fixed the vibrations. Basically, it's about 0 degrees Celsius outside, but my apartment building runs the heat so that when it's 0 degrees outside, it's like 28 degrees Celsius in here. And I don't like it if it's over 19 degrees Celsius, so I have to run a fan throughout the winter. Hello, T-Man. What's happening is we're going to shred some balls. Hope that you're here to join us for some ball shredding. Otherwise, the stream setup seems to work. People said that this worked fine when I did it to shred some boosters. And I figured, here we go. I can see a PokePoxter. That's quite a bummer. Yeah, the McFarlane ones these ones I think are worth it. They're good action figures. They're roughly the same price as Marvel Legends over here. No, well, maybe a couple bucks more. I'm using the EB Platinum discount, and they have fig art shoulders, and like they feel good. Well, they don't feel like you know, amazing, but they feel better than NECA, not as a dig, but as a compliment, if that makes sense. Yes, Kinetic, I said shred balls. If you look at the title of the stream, it is the ball shred stream. We're here to shred some balls. If you aren't here to shred balls, then I'm not sure what you're doing, my man. I don't know what you're doing here. So yeah, well, these things, like, they don't just have waist joints. They got a ball socket joint down here, and then a ball socket joint up here, and then like double jointed elbows and knees with detents. It's bonkers. There's a double barbell ball joint at the top of the neck, and another double barbell ball joint at the bottom of the neck. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Todd McFarlane. We're here to talk about balls. So I finally found some BotBots, and I got to apologize for how red the stream coloration is. I'm gonna see if maybe, I don't know, it wasn't this red when I ran the same lights last time. But well, no, that's just gonna make it more red. Is this helping? Or is it just adjusting? I think it's just adjusting! You scum! You traitor! Anyway, 4200. Remember 4200. It looks better. What's up, Destron Supreme? You ain't hearing enough about balls. We're gonna shred some balls. Come Squat 69. You can't rush shredding balls, I'm sorry. You'll probably be here for one shredded ball, at least, and that's the important thing. I mean, we only got one ball here to shred. So BotBots are finally out in Canada. We don't have the big packs. We have the single blind packs. However, apparently there's exclusive ones to the single blind packs. I'm a little confused about the distro on this, and then all them influencers just got a giant box with the entire series of 61 in it, apparently. So, you know, here's two things. A, BotBot trading, all right? We're going to have to set that up. And then B, that being two, customizing BotBots. Maybe I'll make the hamburger, if I get a second one, make him into a vegan burger. If I get a second hammer, I'll paint him yellow and black with safety stripes. You know, I'll go find a real-life hammer in my life and make him into my own hammer. Anyway, I saw a thing about how these open, and I haven't done it yet. Oh, also, these were not in a box like they were over on the Cybertron.ca reports. These were on a rack at Dufferin Mall. So all I did is I basically went like, well, now I really don't know if these are all going to be dupes or not. So I tried to just play it safe. My hope was to see a big box and then awkwardly find a staff member and go like, hey, can I just buy a box of them? Because and then I would make up some lie like I'm Santa Claus and every child wants BotBots. But instead I just grabbed this off the rack. Anyway, you're supposed to, according to the instructions, pull this up. And then you reveal this kind of like membrane, and then it says 10M. I don't know if that means anything. And then you're supposed to basically there's a question mark molded on here. You're supposed to take your thumbs and just cram them into the ball. Ostensibly, what you're doing is you are puncturing the nut of the ball and firing it out the back, out the membrane here, which will split open. Allowing the BotBot to hopefully headfirst emerge. So here we go. Push! Ooh. Ugh. What the hell's happening? Alright, I got a corn dog. So, the first ball shred is a corn dog. Oh, I massacred the poor instruction thing that was in here. Well, I mean, you cram a piece of paperwork in here, but you also tell me to shove my thumbs into the ball? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Look at this poor thing. Alright, so this guy's name is Sup Dog. Let's see how he works. He is a member of the Greaser Gang, OBV. And let's try transforming him. Make sure we follow the instructions. Going to see if I can. Okay, nut busted. Yes, yes, I did bust the nut out the ball. This is called a nut. The toy industry term for something hidden inside a physical gotcha is the hidden nut. So you gotta go over here. This is the part you don't bite onto. And then we gotta slide these little arms out. Ooh. That feels little face, and then split the legs. And Sup Dog is ready to kick some ass. The story of Botbots, because I saw some folks in the chat don't know what these are. This is basically, in a cynical level, this is Transformers as a brand entering into the Shopkins grocery gang market, which at first blush I would say is like, well, that seems late. The thing that they're doing that got my interest is twofold. A, these actually transform, and B, none of these are established Transformers characters. The storyline of this is basically one of those, like, Allspark whatevers that makes things come to life. I can't remember which one they went with on this continuity. But one of those basically landed in a shopping mall. And so all of the mundane objects in the shopping mall came to life as Transformers, who immediately formed tribes based on whether they are fast food, or whether they came out of a toilet, or whether they're from a greenhouse. And I really like that. The art style won me over. The part where none of these are just like, you know, like this guy isn't Hotshot, for instance. They didn't go like, here's Hotshot, the corn dog. They came up with goofy names for a lot of them. Sup Dog's probably one of the weakest ones I've seen. The Energon Mist. Yes, that's what comes out of an Allspark when it hits the movie over on off-screen. And then some of these names are real winners. King Toots, the toilet paper roll. Still one of my favorites. Anyway, that was the ball to be shred. I don't know if you guys actually thought anything else. Oh, here's the checklist. Oh, it's actually like a little Where's Waldo scene. That's difficult to use as a checklist, I'm just realizing. Where's mine? Okay, he's down there. So I would check that box off. None of their names are on here. One of them is in alt... Two of them are in alt mode on here. Okay, whatever. So, we shred the ball. And, like I said, this was on a rack. These were like, you know, hanging on the J-hook. So I was like, I don't know, I don't want to go too crazy. So I didn't go too crazy. We do have some more to open, though. Like, we are doing a stream here. So we're going to be... shredding the rest of these balls, you know, one at a time. We're going to take our time with it. And, it's going to be worth it. We'll always know that Sup Dog was the progenitor. He was the first. See, I think we should just get to this. I got to make sure, okay, this is the garbage. This is the spent ball. So I'm going to put this into the spent ball bag that I've got ready and waiting over here. All right, this is a mess. Let's get you all over yonder. So the main question really is, did I get any dupes out of 61 possible things? Oh, sorry, 24. But wait a second. What? Hang on. Does anyone see something here? Do you all see? There's 61 to collect, but 24 in all. Excuse me? All right. So, I heard 24 was the number. These ship, I think, in a case of, like, 30-some. So, the word on the street off Twitter from another fellow Ontarian, was that someone who did buy an entire box before anyone pulled any, was that they got all 24 in one box. I am a little confused about the part where there's two different card front blurbs. That's weird. I'm gonna put these here for a second. Maybe I can snag this for the review as well. I'm just gonna go like, that doesn't work. You can't see the word 24. I'll just hold them like this: 24 and 61. Anyway, that's interesting. No one reported that. That was a news first. Cybertron CA owes me a news credit. Let's do it from this way. So last time you saw me plunge my thumbs into the ball. This time you're just gonna see the head erupt from the slit. Oh, he's even smiling. He's real happy about this. I got another food one. I got the coffee with marshmallows on top. FYI. Okay, what's your name? I haven't looked up... I've caught names of characters in this, but I haven't really, like, committed any to memory that weren't King Toot. So, let's see what your name is. Coco Crazy. I've seen better names is the thing. Oh, he's not from the okay, he's not from the Greasers. He's from the Sugar Shocks. The Sugar Food formed their own tribe. So the Sweet and the Savory are two warring tribes here. They have their own faction symbols, FYI. Every faction has a faction symbol still. Anyway, I'm gonna make sure I look at the instructions. All right. I think that a stage of transformation was prematurely done here. But we'll find out. Oh no, it wasn't. It's just implying to me that the face should not be visible. Like the instructions are implying that there was going to be a face reveal that was going to happen. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, this guy was prematurely transformed. There we go. Hang on. Let's look at the real screen accurate coffee cup mode. There you go. There's no face sticking out. See, it's just like a normal coffee cup, like any other coffee cup you'd ever see. Mine looks like this. I drop it a lot. So now you unlock it by doing that. You flip the legs down here. It actually clicks into place. And then spin this around. Oh, this plastic feels nice. It's weird. It's like art vinyl plastic. All right, and that is Coco Crazy. All right, we're going to assume he's pals with Sup Dogs. I'm going to put them up here. So they can overlook the birth of their brethren. Let's grab this one next. Take a look at the chat. Hello, Black Hawk Omega. Coffee with marshmallows dissolved in. Hot chocolate with marshmallows dissolved in is tops. I would assume a good coffee with marshmallows in there would also be, for coffee, tops. X Plus Gigantic Series BotBots when? Blargosaurus, we're waiting. We're gonna see. I'll just pop that up. Softer plastic, more micro. It depends on like how soft. Like this isn't PVC soft. This is like art vinyl soft. Like there's a sort of rotocast texture to it. It's obviously not, but so there's like this sort of tackiness that's not necessarily a bad thing. Where's a part that's kind of like maybe here you can kind of see this has got a little bit of torque ability, but it's not like PVC parts where things are just bending. Like this still feels. Oh, did I unseated something? I'll put that nub back in. It still feels pretty good. Like yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have that that kind of heatable squish that a PVC has. Yeah, my one. I think I have one or two tiny turbo changers, and they felt a lot more squishy. I think. Anyway, let's go from the. Let's try from the side this time. Let me just reseat myself here. Hopefully you'll see it pop out in profile. No. It's kind of cool when this part shot up, but that was about it. Oh, here we go. What are you? Is this the pencil sharpener? It's the pencil sharpener. Okay, the pencil sharpener. Hang on. Let's get his name. Someone sent me the artwork for this guy. I'm excited. Okay. You go in the ball bag. The pencil sharpener's name is Cranks. The cranky pencil sharpener, because it's a crank pencil sharpener. His artwork, it's not even on... You can kind of see it there, but there's a version of this artwork from the front. He's straight up doing like a Zig Zeon. Like he's a friggin' creepy gas mask stormtrooper going like, Heil! And like... and he's a pencil sharpener. The crank works! Toy of the year. Toy of the year. Alright, how does this work? Get the arms out. There's a lot of just extend the arms out going on. And there's, again, like a little kind of soft detented, or at least a soft click, as though a ridged peg were seating into a ring slot of some kind. Does that go forward? Yeah, arms can go forward a bit. Oh, and we pop the head up. What the hell is going on? All right, and this turns sideways. And yeah, this guy... He's all like, Zieg! Oh, you can't get his... Can you... Okay, yeah, you can kind of force his arm up so he's getting his Zieg on. This dude, he's got such a face! Look at this guy. Pardon me, I've heard there's a problem with the pencils. I heard the pencils have been blunted. This thing starts turning when he gets excited. I am here to sharpen the pencils. Does this click up? Does this click up, or does it just slide up? Because this is kind of naturally falling back down. Okay, well, regardless, that's our friend Cranks. Let's go to number 4. BotBot ball number 4 shall be. Ha! Ha! Hey, relevant. It's a camera. I use a camera. So this feels like it was made for me. Into the ball bag. What's your name? Hey, he's a camera, right? So this one's complicated, but like, bear with me for a second. You see the name, right? So, I don't know how many of y'all ever worked with dedicated cameras, but back in the day, what they would say, so you when you have a photo being taken, right, you want to smile. So, you want to say a word that makes you bare your teeth and hopefully flex your dimples, the tops of your cheeks, forming what the humans tend to call a smile. So, photographers of old would use this phrase. Many of you probably have never heard it before. Say cheese. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does that have to do with what we're talking about? Well, his name, right? S-A cheese, right? Now, cheese, that is an alternate spelling, but it is the word cheese. It's simply being spelt differently, but it will still enunciate out properly. S-A. Now, oh, something awful cheese? Is this forum going to cost us money? No. It's S-A. Say. Say cheese. His name is Say Cheese because he's a camera. All right? Now, this stream was free. I could have charged you all for this. So, I hope you appreciate this. Anyway, this guy looks like he's got something going on. This is a cool little camera. Look at this thing. Oh, he's got a sculpted digital thing on the back. Does he have like a tripod mount in there? No. Okay. Well, he's got a button. Does it work? Nah, it doesn't work. Oh, and you can... Hang on. Okay. So I was like, does the lens... I was like, okay, I'm sitting here going, can I zoom in? I can zoom in! Okay. So I'm like, does the lens come off? And I'm like, oh, the lens comes off. This little dork is looking right at... Hey there, pal! Oh, I'm happy. Well, that's clearly the direction that your face is supposed to go in. And this comes down. This is a very asymmetrical transformation. I'm into this. Oh, he's got there's like a little claw sculpted on the back surface in there. You can't see it very well in the stream. And we just pull these down. Oh, these are on these are ball socket ankles. He has ankle tilts. My lad. Anyway, that is Say Cheese. This dude, he's so friggin' jazzed. He's just like, hey, pal. Hey, can I take your picture? Okay. So you're going to go back there with the rest of the gang. So far, I've been getting one from every faction. So we've got the Greaser Gang with their faction symbol. We got the Sugar Shocks with their faction symbol. The Backpack Bunch with their pencil faction symbol. And the Techie Team with their faction symbol that quite honestly just looks like a really, like, badly rendered Autobot symbol. They aren't trying very hard. I'm a little disappointed about that. Techie Team. Let's go to number 5. BotBot number 5. Incoming. Rip. Alright, let's puncture this ball up this time. Let's see if I can get him to fly out. Ha! Oh, it worked! He just shot right out of there. This is a Piranha plant? Okay, hang on. What is going... I didn't look at BotBot spoilers, FYI. So this is from the Shitheads. By the way, what a name, right? Like, you just want to walk up to someone, you want to go like, hey, Shithead! You know? Alright, this guy's name is Venus Frog Trap. Alright, you got me. Okay, I want to know. So he starts as a Venus flytrap. I'm intrigued. Is this connected with a... How is this connected? Oh, I messed something up when I shot him out of his ball, but it's okay. We'll fix it. So this, okay, so this is usually leaning forward. And then, I'll give you guys a bit of a zoom in. And then I want to lean him back, and then it's implying that this little bit's going to slide back. I'm just not seeing that. Is this happening? I can see the divot that some of this stuff's supposed to go into, but I don't know, my man. I'm going to open that mouth. Look at that mouth. Because then we got all these little... Whoop. That's a tiny little hinge. I pulled on that way too hard. I used too much of that adult strength. So those are the forearms. And these are the rear arms. Sometimes we call them legs. These just flip out. I don't want to send this thing flying. Nope. Man, I was all excited to, like, shoot one of these out of its ball, but I think I might have done something to it. This also, I heard some of these guys that the art vinyl-y plastic would lead to... Oh, here we go, it popped out. Would lead to some joint stick. And I can kind of feel it. Like, there's sort of a sticky pliableness to this. So, thanks to Diecast of RFC, I do have a spudger. So we're going to use the spudger and see if we can spudge this out. You little shedhead! Alright, there we go. Alright, so he's a frog. Whoop. He's a frog in that he's a quadruped whose limbs come out in a kind of froggy position. I don't know, this one's not doing it for me that much. This one's a little bit of a this one's a little bit of a shed head. I like the head a lot. The head of the shed head. It just waggles around though. I don't know what the instructions were trying to say about like sliding this back. If someone else has this, let me know if I'm missing a key step here. This just feels like I grew limbs out of his pot. I don't know. Shedhead is going on the floor. He doesn't get to go up on the nut jar. He's going to chill out at the bottom. Bloggosaurus Spudger is a great... Hey, Madam Judgment. Hey, you. Hey, you. You seem like a good person. We're going to pop the BotBot out of the ball over here. What the hell is this? That looks like cancer. Like, literally, polyps, blood, flesh. It looks like a growth. Like, that's not cancer as, like, all the scum on the internet tend to use it. This is, like, friggin' medical. This looks like the virus from the Nintendo DS surgery game, whose name completely escaped me at the moment. Look at this. What's going on here? Look at that. Just violent, bloody polyps. Trauma Center, that's who. I don't know if I want to take this one out. I'm just gonna... Let's go to another one. Alright. Well, it's weird how we lost the footage of that one BotBot. Let's see how this one is. This looks nice and normal. A book. Something nice and not pustulely and bloody. That's good. Let's see what your name is. I saw the book's name the other day, but I've forgotten it. Just cramming the instructions into this thing, I get it, but is there going to be some aftermarket for, like, non-mangled instructions? Anyway, yeah, this is one of those names. This is one of the good names. Professor Well-Read. Oh, yeah. And look at this guy. Look at this, career salary man. Look at this guy who goes to the head librarian in the library and says someone 3 rooms over was being loud. Look at this narc right here. Look at this guy. Oh, I'm into this. All right, so stage 1 is you take your book and then you turn it 90 degrees and you open the book. Okay. Yep. Yeah, okay. And then an entire robot is birthed out of his head. Oh my god. And the arms are articulated. My lad. Are these on joint? These are on double joints. What the hell? Are these wings? These are wings. It's in the... Yeah, according to the artwork. These are friggin' mech wings. Yeah, it's Go 90 the Transformer. Look at this guy. I kind of wish... So, this face he's got, I'm not as into as the face in his artwork, because that's a narc. That's just a friggin' narc. This looks like someone who's too chicken to narc. You know? I don't know. That's how I feel. We're running out of room on the nut container. I might have to put more of them down there with the frog plant regardless, but we'll see. That's still... You got that to stay up there. Alright, let's settle this business. What the hell? What are you? What is this? Is this just mushrooms? Okay. Let's find out. It's... Surprise. It's a friggin' Shithead. Alright. Okay, hey, what's up? Hey, party people. Welcome to my stream. Okay, so this guy's name is Fun Gus. Because he's fun-loving. And a mushroom! Alright, how do you transform? I gotta lift the polyp. Yeah. Hey, you ever wanted to know what someone looks like when they find out seconds after their birth that they are fungus? Put that back down. Hey, Fun Gus, transform! Alright. Then we gotta split it open. Alright. Just get my fingernail into the mushroom. And... peel back the layer. Hey, ball socket shoulders. This guy. I want to know this guy's story. What's up? I am fungus that was brought to life by alien mist. Because he, according to the backstory, he used to be fungus, and then he became a sentient robot. So his face says it all, yeah. Look at this. This is what happened. This is the face of fungus that had sapience forced upon it by alien chemicals. My God. I didn't know there was a fungus one. I didn't know there was a fungus one. I knew about the Shitheads. I thought they were mostly saws and stuff. I didn't know they were straight up fungus. Alright. Got another one here. Why are we still here, boss? I got 2 Shitheads. Why are we still here, boss? To suffer? And then because this guy's voice actor is expensive, he's just like, do it. And then he takes a crap on the no, he says, do it. And then he's just like, you know. We're doing stuff high class here, much like Metal Gear Solid 5. Let's see what comes out of this ball. Oh, I got bits of ball membrane ripping off there on my desk. I need to... Give me 1 sec. This became a mess down here. I missed the ball bag. I thought I was throwing these in the ball bag. They were just landing on the floor. How embarrassing. Alright, they're back in the ball bag. Michael O'Sullivan. My daddy was a toadstool, walked out on my mama, just spread his mycelium and left. Of course, he was also part of mama, so when I lost him, she was never the same again. Hung out with the wrong crowd. That's a good one. I like it. He breathes through his pustules, yes. Alright. Alright, so guesses on what this is. Actually, no, I can tell. You can tell it's a bag. Alright, well, I was going to do a whole thing. Let's try to guess what this is. Well, it's half popped out of the ball. But it's a bag. It's clearly a messenger bag. One thing I'm going to say about these instructions are like... literally hundreds of times superior to actual collector transformer instructions. Totes ma goats! Hang on. This is more important. Totes ma goats, the hipster messenger bag! The hipster messenger bag! Alright. They lost the rights to the name Bag. So he's a tote bag. I was going to talk about something else, and oh yeah, the instructions. Take a look at these instructions, okay? Like, Transformers instructions are usually like they're in monochrome, high contrast, dark gray with dark red highlighting, so you can barely see what's going on. This is full color of the CAD, printed on full color paper. A nice light red highlight on the parts that are moving. These are really good instructions. It makes the state of Generations and Studio Series instructions all the more depressing. Alright, so we're going to pull up on the handle to start. This is hard. Is this really how I start this? I'll zoom you in a little bit so that I can more easily accidentally take this off screen. I don't believe this is step 1. There's too much resistance. Oh no, here we go. There was some, you can see there was some paint stick. Some of the visor paint, or the optic paint got stuck. This feels like it's going to snap up into place, so I'm just kind of, hang on, let's get my spudger out. And then if we hold that part up and lever this part up, use some fulcrum action. I think I'm, oh no, wait, no, that's actually just the end of his head. His mouth, you don't get to see it, according to the instructions here. He just kind of peeks his nose up over the lip of his chest. Okay, so we then pull these bits out. Some of these had a really nice, like, there was a detented, kind of like, you know, a ring divot inside the socket for like a little, like, extended ring on the peg to clip into. That felt really nice. These, I think, are still ball socket-y. Yeah, they can kind of go outwards a little bit, and that doesn't seem to just be me bending the plastic every time. And then we are flipping legs down. This is tiny little legs. This looks like an operator. This guy looks like he knows what he's doing. Lano Joe 87. I got my spudger. You can get these at computer stores. It's for working on computers and phones and stuff. I got this from Diecast over on RFC 2 TFCons ago. He just gave spudgers to all the toy reviewers because he's like, please stop using screwdrivers. And I agree with him. All right, anyway, bag guy. Oh, those are big hang on. Can you see this? Do you see the giant thumb in there? He has very big hands. Those are very big hands. That's a thumb over there. That's 4 fingers. Anyway, I'll put him over here. So, I don't know if you've been keeping count so far of how many BotBots we've opened. Do you want me to just tell you how many we bought, or do we just keep going? Truth be told, we're almost done, actually. There's not a whole lot of these left. So I'll just open another one. Pop this up. Oh, which way should I pop this one out? Do you guys want to see the head emerge, or do you want to see the thumbs go in the ball? Quick vote. Basically, I'll just look at the first few comments, and then I'll just proceed. You know, I won't tally it. There's not going to be any kind of upside down. Shoot it at the other ones. You want to see... Okay, more votes for the head. So we'll do the head on this one. And then on the next one, I will shoot it at the other ones. Okay. So, here comes the head. Oh no, is this the first dupe? Y'all. Oh no, it's a different one. It's a different one. Okay. I was about to be the saddest boy in this part of Toronto if the one dupe I got was the friggin' piranha plant, what grows legs out of its pot. Alright, what's this one's name? Rootwing! Ooh, this one's not turning into a robot biped necessarily. This is turning into a something else. Okay, let's see how you work. So I'm opening... Which way? Which way am I doing this? These are on ball joints. So I'm opening these up. Do these come out further? Oh, that's on a ball joint too. I think. Oh yeah, that's a joint. It's just a little bit stuck. Either it's a joint or I'm like bending the plastic and it's about to snap on camera. We'll find out, I guess. And then this folds down. There is a crack in the pot that is part of the pot sculpt, but it also is room for the tail to come down. That means that this thing transformed, busted the pot, and never got a new pot. Alright, that's kind of cool. And then these fold down this way. These do a double fold kind of deal. Oh! Oh, I see. Okay. Oh! Alright. So you have kind of ball socket hips, but you also have like a bit of a tripod for this thing to stand on. So yeah, it's a it's a little tree dragon, a little palm tree dragon. Aw, this is way better. Hang on. We got a hierarchy to establish here. You go in the back. You go here. All right. Sorry, I'm bumping my phone now and then. It's on a little setup. So, spoilers. I got one left. So if you're keeping track, I bought 10 of these. I saw the question earlier, Silver League, I think you're in here. I found these at Dufferin Mall. They were just on a rack on the J-hooks. There was not a big box layout like we've been seeing in photos. So I just grabbed 10 off of one rack and assumed that they all came out of the same box and thus were likely not dupes. However, yes, as More Micro has said, dupe incoming. We'll see. So I'm going to try to shoot this one at those ones. We'll see if this works. That didn't work. So it's not a dupe. Is it the vampire? Hang on. This is important. Just hold your horses for a second. This is the Lost Bot. Okay, so this is... Okay, so the Lost Bots, I believe, are the ones that you never get to see if you're getting them. It's like one representative from each tribe. Oh my god. It's Frostferatu, the mystical cupcake vampire! Okay. Yes, it is a shame I didn't get any Toilet Troop. There were more of these left at Dufferin Mall. I might go back and grab the rest. We'll see. I might wait a day, because I'm going to be out that way again on Thursday, so I might wait till Thursday to grab the rest. So no one go to Dufferin and buy the rest of them, please. Thank you. In Canadian, these were $4 each. Okay, Frostferatu, show me your metal. Show me what you are. Oh, that's a face. We're just putting these up. That's it. All right. Not the most engaging transformation, but also friggin' characterful as F. Look at this frostiful pile of secrets. I stole that from the chat. The one problem is, again, that's an okay face. But, like, I want that face. Also, this is okay. I would like a third-party just action figure of this robot design. Like, just a posable action figure, please. Because I want that. I want a cloth goods cape. I want swappable faces. I want articulated fingers so he can point at people. I love this design so much. Frostferatu, you delightful. Oh, okay, who else is in here? The Burger's a Lost Bot. The Plunger's a Lost Bot. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna go back there later on. Yeah, transformation on Frostferatu was not up there. There were better transformations in there where more was happening. This guy was literally just this guy is Cybertron Chromia. This guy is a boat. He's okay. Let me assume the position. Close the boat over me. Except I'm a cupcake. Except, you know, this looks a bit better than Chromia, I think. Mastermind Creations Frostferatu when exactly? Yumderblast, Umar. You can't be that good here. There have to be laws. There has to be limits placed. Or our hubris will devour us. Anyway, oh man, but now I'm just looking at this on my phone and in person, and I'm like, but the silhouette is all right there. Like, you could see the vampire wings. God damn it. Anyway, let's get you over here. So you're the lead one. I'd say that the fungus is up there. Little camera dude is tops. So are you. Corn dog I like. Book I like. I'd say these are the front facing. Like, these ones just hit it. These hit it, and I'm happy. There's a lump in my little. Oh no, this just got crooked. Are you having trouble standing, my lad? Okay. You're having trouble standing with all that book stuff on the back of your head. Okay, there you go. So those are my top tier, those 6. This guy I wish was better, but something is just not quite going on here with this one. This was good of the 2 plants. Still a little bit funky. This one it doesn't work. That just feels like a Mario toy. And this one, I like the name. I like the bag mode. I wish something else had happened with the arms. Because I feel like they're trying to say something, but I'm just not seeing it. So I'd say those 4, not as into, but I mean, I'm into all of these. Those 4 are not as good as the other 6, in my opinion. You know, that's just me. You know, what are we gonna do about it? If Big BotBot listens to me, then I get my way. But if they don't, then that's just that. So yeah, it took us about 45 minutes to open 10 BotBots. That's about 4.5. That's not how math works for minutes. Let's just say it's about 4 minutes per BotBot. I am here to divide the fandom over my opinions on the Venus flytrap, Venus frog trap. I want more of these. I have just under a 1/6 of them now. So I think, oh man, I'm just gonna go there and buy the rest of those single packs, aren't I? The worst part is, let me reach into my ball bag. Let me unpunch this ball for a second. Holy crap, that was interesting to look at. These things are not very. They don't have baskets at Dufferin Toys R Us. So trying to carry 10 of these was actually hard because it's a card with a round thing. So I thought originally, like, hang on, let's unpunch one more of these. I thought originally, yeah, that I would put them like this, right? And then just carry a bunch of these like this. But then, because it's round, they started going all higgledy-piggledy, and it was awkward. So I just sort of started cramming the flat parts together, but then I walked up to the cache with, like, these 2 handfuls of BotBots, just looking like a total friggin' lunatic. And then they immediately said, do you want a gift receipt? And I was just like, nah. By the way, I tried to unbust a ball, and I don't know if you can see it on the stream, so I'll make it clear. I put a hole in the ball. There's a slit there. I put a hole in the ball. I punctured the ball. Anyway, that's some BotBots, you know. Listen, I didn't invent the phrase higgledy-piggledy, okay? Like that, I heard that one on Red Dwarf back in the day. Higgledy-piggledy is at least 1998 old. So, you know, hope that you guys enjoyed that. Basically, whenever I have a thing to open, I'm thinking maybe if it's Transformers relevant, I'll try to stream it. So the thing is, if I do get more TCG, it's probably just going to be one more booster box, and I'm going to want to use that for Extra Life to do some turbo sealed, some of that two booster turbo sealed. Are we back? Are we back? Okay. So I turned YouTube's app back on, and it let me resume the stream, which is neat. I've turned the fan the hell on. So, for the stream's sake, for the archive's sake, here's what I'll say. So my phone just said, my phone had a warning saying the phone is too hot. Wait for the temperature to go down. So, I did a 3-hour-long Booster Shred stream for Transformers TCG earlier. I think this is proof my building runs the heat too high in the winter. Because also, you can't see this, about 20 minutes ago, I've been sweating for the last 20 minutes, because of what this room gets like if I don't have the fan running in the winter. I don't know, man. So, are we vibrating? Or is it... Wait, is it not vibrating? Alright, sweet. So, okay, let's figure this... before I go, I want to figure this out. Did I do something... Did I do something wrong with the frog? Because, I mean, I felt like there was a part... There's a whole slit back here, and I feel like I am missing something with the frog. Like, really critical. Like, is this supposed to go back more? I just don't see how. I guess what I'll say is, my building is otherwise great. It's just, it's an old building, so you don't have individual unit heating. You have, like, you know, building-wide heating. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to go flat. The instructions implied it would slide back, but there's no... There's no, room for it to slide back. Because, like, hey, listen, you know... Let's be real for a second here. Like, you know, jokes and ha-ha funny. I'm not here to hate BotBots. I want to love all BotBots. Whoop. Ignore that happened. So I thought there might have been a twist to do, but if you look at the legs, like, the toes are all pointing this way, so this is clearly the front. The impression I got was that this is supposed to go down a lot more flat, and maybe I missed something? I'm just pulling the head off over and over again. Maybe all I gotta do is dissect you, find out how you work, and then build you better. The way you're supposed to work. I don't know if it's backwards, because I don't know if there's even really a separate part in there. Like this, the whole flower pot, I think, is just one molded piece. So I don't know. I need to look at, seems silly. I need to go and look at some other professionals' coverage of the piece to ascertain whether or not mine is simply faulty, or if there is an inherent issue with the design. Of Venus Frog Trap. The stem on backwards? Let's try. I don't think there's really a difference to how it looks. And I don't think it was spun around because there's not enough room in here to turn it. It's more so on a hinge, really, than a slider. That's kind of something. It's still a good mouth. There's a solid tongue in there. Anyway, while I'm here, before I go, might as well throw you, just to, excuse me, folks, just to explain further what's going on with these. I'll give you the quick articulation rundown on one of these McFarlane Fortnite things. I'm interested in the Jazzwares ones now, too, now that I'm hearing reviews. The thing is, the Jazzwares ones, they are priced up way the hell too high. Like, they're supposed to be something like 12 or 13 American, and those ones are 25 Canadian before tax at base retail at 2 different stores. So, like, I don't know what the hell's up with the Jazzwares ones. The main reason I'm interested in these, aside from, like, these are kind of like what I'm calling 2018 G.I. Joes, and that it's a bunch of goofy-looking characters who have very terrifying real assault weapons, is McFarlane Toys suddenly got good with only these. And apparently Jazzwares got good with their Fortnite toys as well. And, like, McFarlane Toys can be good. I've seen them do it. But, like, the idea that Jazzwares got good, I want to know what Epic Games did. Like, did they just friggin'... Did they show up there with a bunch of... with a bunch of children's blood and just force feed it to all the folks working at those companies? Anyway, the articulation rundown, right? Like, there's a ball socket joint at the top of the neck. There's also one in the neck, so you can have, like, some full-on looking up, looking down stuff. And then, the way the shoulders work, the entire shoulder assembly has a stem with a ball socket joint inside there, and then, like, a Fig Arts style shoulder cover here, so the whole thing can rotate with some butterfly action. And then there's a pin disc, detented shoulder joint, for the actual outward shoulder motion. So friggin' Fig Art's shoulders, and then, you know, bicep swivel, and then double jointed elbow with solid detents throughout. So, like, it doesn't even feel like gummy detents. I had some of the Halo 3 toys that I got for cheap, and I felt like their detents were still kind of gummy. Not NECA gummy, but, like, better than NECA as more of a dig. In this case, it's better than NECA as a compliment. And then friggin' Fig Art's wrists. So, like, it's a hinge, right? But the hinge is connected to the forearm and the hand via 2 pegs, so you can rotate those 2 things to make the hinge go this way. And then the torso, there's like a ball socket joint in the middle of the torso, and a ball socket joint at the bottom of the waist. And then taking like a weird cue from Storm Collectibles, the pelvis is kind of like a somewhat soft plastic diaper. Then the hips, so the hips and the thigh rotations are the most limited parts. I've said that on Twitter. Like the thigh rotations in there, it's rotating here at the point where you can see the inner hinge connection to the lower leg, so there's a thigh rotation there. And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of limited. You know, the hips can go outwards, they can kick forwards. It's all a little bit limited. While I say it's a bit limited, I then in the same breath can say, also because this is a flexible diaper piece, you can, without, you know, bending it too much, kick up here, and then this character, if you turn this thing this way, you can get more of the Van Damme split going on, and then you straight up have this character doing like a Chun-Li kick. So, like, this character can, well, I'll just show you, and then I'll finish describing the rest. This character can do a friggin' rider kick, rather believably. And I'm kind of digging that. Yeah, the paint seems fine, and also the paint isn't, like, slowing off the joints, like on a NECA. And then, like, there's, just like the elbows, there's a double-jointed knee with detents. Completely works. The weird thing is the ankles are the same as the wrists, so the ankles are also this, you know, hinge piece pegged up into there and into the foot, so you get a sort of quote-unquote boot cut. You can change the hinge from going this way to being a very dedicated ankle tilt, but then because of how it pegs into the foot, you can kind of get that to be an ankle tilt as well, although the one mistake they made, it doesn't peg forwards into the foot, it pegs more down into the foot, so it's kind of tricky to get the ankle tilt to work perfectly all the time. And here's the topper. This is where I just went like, who the hell did you kidnap to make these? Fig Art's toe joint on these things. Anyway, yeah, like, I don't know where this came from. McFarlane Toys, I know what, like, whenever I say McFarlane, I'm one of the ones that goes like, hey, looking forward to that thing snapping into dust in your hands like a crappy old NECA. But, like, whoever they worked with on these Fortnite things, they had to have contracted someone on these. It had to be McFarlane is doing the releasing and some of the production, but they contracted with somebody to design these. And then the Jazzwares figures that are G.I. Joe scale, from everything I've seen, they also had, like, a marked... Because Jazzwares... When I think of Jazzwares, I think of G.I. Joe scale figures whose joints are disintegrating in the package, who come out mangled and bent, who feel like they're made out of chewing gum, and that are generally embarrassing for how much they cost. They still cost too much in Canada, but, like, I've read now some in-hand reports of the Jazzwares ones, and it sounds like they picked up their ball too. Like, they got onto a good track. They figured their stuff out. So I really want to get a hold of one of the Jazzwares ones. They're just too expensive in Canada. I gotta wait for a sale. And it's not just the exchange rate. They are literally ridiculously expensive in Canada. I saw a whole wall of them at Toys R Us when I found the BotBots today, and it was like 25 Canadian plus tax per single figure who comes with a pickaxe, and that's it. So I was like, what the hell is going on there? It's as though in Canada, Toys R Us and EB Games had to import the Jazzwares Fortnite stuff as collectors and then resell it, is what it feels like, even though I know that can't possibly be the case. And yes, I remember Jazzwares' Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I remember all that literal garbage. That's why I'm so friggin' astonished that, like, A, McFarlane doing this is cool. But, like, I'm like, okay, but also the Halo toys showed this promise. Jazzwares kicking it up a notch too? I still don't necessarily believe, but everyone's been saying that, no, that's the case. A little fun dig at YouTube in general. I tried to find a video review of the Jazzwares Fortnite toys, and I actually couldn't find one that did not start with someone going, "Hey guys!" and then, like, the review was what I just did with the Botbots, except it was supposed to be the full toy review. It was just literally like, I'm here to review some Fortnite figures. Alright, well, this appears to have a knee joint, so I guess it's great. And I'm just like, alright, well, this ain't my scene. I gotta move on from here. Also, like, I get it's the style of our platform that we're on right now, but Jiminy Cricket, you don't gotta jump scare me with, like, a friggin' all caps, bold font, hey guys, on frame 2 of the video, my friends. Anyway, that's me just complaining about video editing practice now. Fortnite, the game, I actually don't mind. I ended up liking it more than PUBG. I think it's fascinating that Fortnite has become a multi-generational touch point, whether you even like it or not, and it's like a highly multifacetedly derivative experience that ended up having some, like, really strong character design. Like, the thing that draws me to these is figures other than, like, hey, it's actually, like, a good McFarlane figure. And it's a 7-inch scale, by the way. It's very, very tall. It's like all of these, you know, skins are extremely standalone. Like, you look at these two, you're like, here's wave 1. And it's like, pardon me? And I don't know, like, I refer to them as G.I. Joe, basically, because it's like, it's a bunch of colorful characters who also are carrying, like, real-life machine guns. And, like, there's ones that I think are really boring, there's ones that I think are, like, super cool. So yeah, I don't know. Around the scale of the re-edit stuff, I guess? I don't have re-edit handy at the moment, but I do have a tape measure handy. This figure is, oh, wow. Oh no, I was looking at the centimeters for a second. Yeah, this figure is literally about 7 inches, about 7 inches tall. And the Skull Dude's a little bit taller, if I recall correctly. He is, oh no, he's about the same. But yeah, they're fairly tall. Skull Dude's backpack, by the way, this thing was a bit of a butt. I thought that this peg was malformed and too short, but the peg is actually, like, a separate piece. And they engineered it such that the peg can't fall into the backpack, but sometimes I have to coax it back out so it's sticking out enough to go into the peg hole here. Also, there is no planet where I could imagine the quote-unquote back bling, the backpacks, being swapped very much. That was a sort of a thin peg. This one's back bling is this much thicker, like, mushroom-style peg. And I really can't imagine, like, swapping the two very easily. And also, like, this is the perfect one, so why would you want to swap it, you know? They come with a friggin' stand as well. It's on my Twitter and it's on my Instagram, but, like, that dude could pose with that sniper rifle looking through the scope. And, like, that's a pose I don't get on, like, a lot of, like, otherwise really good 6-inch figures in general. Thanks to the wrist joint, you can give them, like, the pickaxe things, and, like, sometimes it's a little bit, like, this is very heavy for this wrist, obviously. But then, like, you can, I don't know, you can get this thing to do a two-hand support, and that, like, solves some of it. Thanks to the joints, like, you can make this Cuddle Team leader look, like, truly manic, or you can, like, get the hands coming up here so that it's all like, hey, we're making a heart with our hands because love. Jiminy Cricket, man. Anyway, that's probably the stream for now. Tomorrow, I might try to do a test stream of some tabletop stuff. It kind of depends on a whole lot of things, so don't expect it necessarily. But there might be another stream tomorrow that is not very toy-focused. It's going to be more on tabletop gaming and card gamings. But that's an Extra Life stream I really want to do before the end of the year, that being one that is tabletop Extra Life and not streaming video games Extra Life. So we'll see if that turns out or not. Just adjusting our view here for your benefit. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this ball shred stream. What with our technical difficulties and whatnot. Yeah, I'm trying to make myself keep on with this flow of creativity for YouTube stuff. So I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get the what paint scratch? Where? Where's the paint scratch? I don't... Tell me when my finger's on the paint scratch. This is stupid. There's a lag. There's a lag. I'm never going to tell where the paint scratch is. Oh, on the belly. Okay, I see it. Yeah. That's probably just from me messing with the articulation a ton. Yeah, I see what you mean. I thought y'all meant this thing here, what is a sculpted piece of wear and tear on the plushy head, and I was going to be like y'all could see it, right? Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm trying to keep with the flow on toy video creativity now that I got that friggin' mind wipe off my back. So I'm trying to write the notes for Stealth Azalea, because I think that's an important thing to talk about right now. It turns out I finished a script for the New Age little flipper Bumblebee, so that's on the table too. I definitely want to review these sooner than later, because they're just action figures and I don't have to film a transformation. They're hot topics, and I also really like them, and so I want to express that in video form. So yeah, I'm going to be really busy Thursday, so I don't know when I'll have stuff ready, but I want to get stuff ready. I'm feeling good. I'm happy that mind wipe video was finished. Don't know if y'all saw it. I was really happy with it as a review. Also, I didn't like that toy very much. No, I'm not gonna review the Arcee boobs. I'd say, like, one of the many... So, like, here's a little spoiler for the review. One of the many ways that the Ocular Max Arcee is categorically superior to fans' toys is aside from the part where the transformation is objectively better as an experience, as a piece of design, as far as being creative, as far as having passion. The articulation is better categorically, like there's no question. It is a better articulated toy. It's more creative in its design. There's a love of transformation in its design. Which is fantastic, whereas the fans' toys Arcee feels like it was designed by a machine and that it's kind of mad that it's supposed to transform, yet its transformation removes waist articulation on a toy where most of its devout fans of that company leave their toys in robot mode anyway. But one of the other ways that Ocular Max is just better is it doesn't waste a bunch of plastic on a swappable boob plate and an orgasm face that serves no purpose to anybody. Y'all can be like, oh, but it's funny. And it's like, it's not even funny. You're paying for it. And if you're gonna tell me, oh, but I like using the orgasm face and the bigger boobs, then it's like, all right, that's cool. I'm judging you. Like, I'm pulling one of my... I got a little stack of cards where I'm allowed to judge a person now and then. I earned these in life. And so unfortunately, that piece of engineering, specifically the chest, causes the logical flow whereby someone goes, what if we make straight up, like, perv boobs that we can stick in here? And it's like, that's like from the same Harry Palm mindset that came up with the entire Fans Toys promo photo shoot for their own Arcee before it even came out. So, like, no, I'm not going to review him. I'm not even going to talk about him on the podcast. I don't want to give him the time of day. I didn't even really talk about him on Twitter. That stuff's all just kind of junk. And, like, I think there's plenty of room for, I'm trying to think of the right phrasing for it. There's plenty of room for, like, in any fandom, there is room, often behind a closed door, for I guess, Arrow content. There's room for stuff of a sensual nature. There's room for stuff even just of a beauty nature. But it's like specifically with G1 Arcee and boobs, there's a tone to it that dates back to like the 1990s, and you can't convince me easily that there's anything but that hairy palmed her like 13-year-old mindset behind it. And I guess the part where I also like have a personal irritation about it is like Arcee is my mom's favorite Transformer. The reason I'm into Transformers is as a parent she wanted to know what they were like, and so when I was like 1, she bought me like Wreck-Gar and Ratchet and was like, what are these things like? So my mom really likes Transformers and she loves Arcee because Arcee was the one female Transformer for a while, as far as we have a bootleg VHS of the 86 movie household was concerned. So she ended up with the Fans Toys Arcee at a toy show that she went to out west, and she was like, what are all these extra parts for I don't want? So I was like, well, Mom, That's a different bigger set of boobs, so that Arcee can have more noticeable boobs. And then that's the shouting face, that's the smiling face, and that's the orgasm face. What is sculpted to make look like Arcee is having an orgasm. And you see she's got these two hands where she can stick her finger into the hole made with her other hand. Because fans' toys are a bunch of slime, which is a shame because I really like their Skyfire still. So, anyway, that's my personal stake in the matter. So I was very happy to open up Stealth Azalea and find out also this is the best G1 Arcee toy, because I already had a massive bias, and nothing is as delicious as a massive bias getting objectively validated by the simple reality of a better toy. My favorite part of this is I gave this whole little sermon from my little soapbox over here on my live stream with this thing filling the frame the entire time. Titan's Return Arcee is good. It's just like Stealth Azalea is doing something else, and I specifically meant like a G1 cartoon looking Arcee, who is very much supposed to look like that G1 cartoon. But I don't know. Like when I was a teenager, I was at BotCon 2000. I saw the pinup model Arcee poster. You know, the one where they did, hey, it's the Pulp Fiction poster, but it's Arcee. That was all in my formative teenage fandom years, and it all felt uncomfortable then. So thank goodness that that's not the norm. It's really nice to see that a majority of the fandom is just going like, well, that's really stupid. Because it's making people defend it in startling ways that maybe, you know, it's like sometimes sometimes people just turn a beacon light on, where it's like, avoid me! And you're like, alright, cool, I didn't know. But you know, you turned the beacon light on, so now I know. Avoid you. That's excellent. So anyway, I should call this stream, before I start yelling about other stuff. Let me tell you all about how the media and the company and our government misrepresented the Postal Workers Union in Canada. Blah! Anyway, thanks all for chilling out. Thanks for putting up with my little, tangent there. And, I'm gonna be on Twitter tonight still. But I'm gonna call the stream, I think. At least before my phone starts giving me another friggin' physical temperature warning I've never seen before. Whatever the hell that was. Anyway, how do I turn the stream off? Let me figure that out. I'm gonna just brush your teeth. Have a good night, everybody.